and I'm so glad to have you tuned into our channel today. If this is your first time here, we want to give you a big warm welcome and invite you to hit that subscribe button below so that you can stay in touch with all of Southern Yankee DIY's projects, room renovations, and home decor. Today I thought I would show y'all how I made my hot cocoa bar menu sign out of an old cabinet front. I thought it was a great upcycle project, and I know you guys are going to love it too. So leave me any comments, questions, and if you like it, don't forget to hit that like button below. For this project, I started with a cabinet door front and some Rust-Oleum red apple paint. I love this paint. It really speaks Christmas to me. It's bright, fun, and now you get to see my really awkward spray paint face. I don't know why I make this face. I wish I didn't make this face, but here it is. I chose to use spray paint for this project so that I wouldn't have any brush lines, and I think that worked out really well. I gave it about 2 coats total, and that was the perfect amount. And now it's nice and bright. Next, it was time to cut out my vinyl. I used my Cricut machine to do this. I just got it, it's brand new, and I am obsessed, y'all. So if you come over and see that my toilet paper is monogrammed, just mind your own business. After I got all my vinyl cut, I laid out all of my vinyl onto the door front to make sure that everything was spaced even and that everything would fit nicely. This is good just to make sure your whole board will flow and kind of give you a plan. Now keep in mind that the cabinet door is super smooth now with the spray paint. So wherever you put down your vinyl, that is where it's going to be. There will be no play after you move it. So make sure that you're definitely sure of where you want your spacing before you set it down. I know in some other materials I can kind of play with it a little bit, especially with plywood. Not in this situation. I'm sure that a lot of other people have a much better layout plan than me and have all kinds of measuring and lines, but when you're doing these kinds of projects during a nap time, good enough sometimes has to be. And I think it's pretty good to the naked eye. One really great tip that I picked up from my mom is to use clear shelf liner instead of like the official Cricut transfer paper. The shelf liner is a lot cheaper and readily available at Target, so I use that all the time. I felt like the menu needed a little bit of color, so I added in this sparkly green holly branch that I found off of one of the Cricut designs that come with it. This was great because it's going to add a little bit of pop of something, and if it sparkles, it's good with me. To apply the holly branch to the menu, I'm going to use some Mod Podge, and I'm just going to apply it with a little Q-tip so that I can have control of exactly where everything goes. I don't want any overflow, but I want to make sure that I get each stem so that it sticks completely. If any of your little leaves are sticking up still, don't be afraid to just add a little bit more Mod Podge. list of all of my favorite hot cocoa toppings. My husband always laughs at me and says that nobody's gonna have red hots in their hot cocoa, but don't knock it till you try it. I did pull out the measuring tape. I just measure from the bottom of the letter all the way to the bottom of the board to make sure that they're pretty even. It's very, very scientific. Now it's time for the last topping to go on, and it just so happens to be my favorite. The very last thing to go on the menu will be these little holly berries. They just stick like regular vinyl, and I had no problem getting them to stick to the sparkly paper. And that's it, y'all, a super cute hot cocoa menu topping sign to add to your hot cocoa bars. I just love it. They're so fun and definitely tie in the entire theme. I think your guests are going to really enjoy them. I simply attached to the wall with command strips so that later I could easily remove it. We hope y'all have a very Merry Christmas and happy sipping!